Adventures of Puffy by George Routledge and Sons. About a pretty dog I have to tell, a Maltese dog, so curly, white and fluffy. His nose was pinker than a pink seashell. His eyes were also pink. His name was Puffy. When he was 6 weeks old, quite small and scared, he came onto the house of his new missus. His teeth were sharp. He bit so very hard. She cried, "Oh, what a charming doggy that is!" When Puffy slept, he rolled himself up tight and looked just like a worst bundle. He used a large round stool to roll and bite, which on the floor his missus used to trundle. But once the little thing fell off a chair and put his shoulder out with that sad tumble. The doctor set and bound it up with care, while Puffy looked so very worn and humble. One day he ran out in the street to play with little friends. His missus, who will warn her, he strays too far, at last is borne away by a bad man who lived just round the corner. To his poor missus none can comfort say, her grief by sighs and tears so plainly marking. When he'd been gone a 12-month and a day, outside the door was heard familiar barking. And when the door was opened, in there came Puffy, the worse for wear and rather shabby, but plainly the same dog, a little lame, and recognized by his old friend the tabby. How glad his missus was, and scarce believed her eyes that saw her Puffy back returning. Such scrub and tug his curly hair received, for Puffy's was a coat not meant for turning. So many knots and tangles had his hair, and such a tedious task it was to comb it. They took the scissors, and they sheared with care his little back, that they might better groom him. This did not make him look so well, more lame. He seemed indeed, he looked a great deal thinner. He might be taken for a scrubby lamb, they said, and killed and eaten for our dinner. Or like a pig he seemed, with curly tail, or made one think of an heraldic lion upon the shield of some tall knight in mail, who treads the stage he shortly means to die on. A few days after this, and oh, it shows how fickle can be even a kind missus, she grew quite tired of him, as I suppose, and sent the dear away with many kisses. His new home in the country he admired, and was as happy there as may be, for when of chasing poultry he was tired, he ate the fiddle strings and bit the baby. One day in winter, frosty and severe, upon the icy Highgate pond he trotted. The wind blew sharply, and the air was clear, and every pond was with its skaters dotted, and though there was a board marked "Dangerous," Puffy went running faster, never heeding, and so fell in, which shows to all of us what harm may come if we neglect our reading. That he was drowned, my readers must not think, for he was dragged with sticks out of his danger by faithful friends, who standing on the brink saw his sad fall, as well as many a stranger. Half drowned the poor small thing was, sad to tell. They quickly got some brandy, and he drank it. They took him home, and warmed and rubbed him well, and wrapped him carefully in softest blanket, so he got well. His equal can't be found, no pen can describe, no pencil draw him, and at this moment he is safe and sound. At least he was all right when last I saw him.